Hi, it's the 60s DJ here. I've just purchased over 100 records, 7-inch 45 speed records, and we're going to have a look to see if there's anything good in here. You never know, we might find a hidden gem, we might find some really cool records here, or they could be absolutely rank rotten. But we'll give it a try, we'll have a look and see. Do you want to have a look with me? Come on then. Okay, so let's get into this then. This is the box. Excited for this, because you never know what you're going to find. You might find an absolute gem of a record. Just want to make sure that I'm... Yeah. Got you in frame. So here we go. I like seeing these old Columbia records, because there were some great ones. So, here we go. This is An English Country Garden by Jimmy Rogers. Okay, that was definitely a 60s record, so I'll be keeping that and having a listen to it. Here's one here. This is from 1982. Now, this was meant to be 60s and 70s, but here's an 80s record in it, and it says on there, this is the property of Manx Radio. So that's actually the Isle of Man, and that was from 1982. So that one will be getting sold on. So what I do is, I order these records in, as I said before, in bundles of over 100. And obviously not all the records are either playable or, you know, something that I would play on the show. So the rest, the ones that I would keep and play, I keep. And the rest of them, I rebundle them up and sell them on, because someone else might like to play them and keep them. So let's have another look at the next one. That's another Columbia record by Slim Dusty. And this is The Answer to a Pub with No Beer. And on the B side is, let's try and get this angle right, Winter Winds. And that was from 1960, I think. So we'll keep that. Don't know what it's like. There, one from Epic Records. Joe Dolce. And that's that song from 1985, I think. Shut up your face. What's the matter, you? Hey. American people won't know that song, I don't think. Right, so we're not doing very well so far. We've only two, and I would think that they are, you know, not the greatest of songs so far, and some 80s and 70s and 60s. 60s here, the ones I'm getting rid of here. So let's make a pile so you can see them. There's right, so you can see them a little bit there. I'll move that camera down a bit. So that's the ones I'm keeping. This is the ones that I'm getting rid of. So here we have one from 1976, and this is Rick Dees and his Cast of Idiots. Okay, Disco Duck, no disco on the show, that's for sure. Well, you never know, This Is My Prayer, 1964, This Is My Prayer by Vera Lynn. So keep that. I'll have a listen. The B-side of it is You Brought a New Kind of Love to Me. But Vera Lynn, let's see what the quality of that's like. A bit dusty and needing a clean, but there's no scratches on it. No scratches. Quite nice quality. Yeah, that's the original sleeve there as well. So next up we have Neil Sedaka from 1959, so a 50s record here. Neil Sedaka. Come on, there we go. Neil Sedaka, I Go Ape on RCA Records. And on the other side is Moon of Gold. Oh, that's quite a nice record. Don't remember the... Seems to be bent a little bit though. Anyway, that's a keeper. So next one, California Man by The Move. And do ya? I've never heard of this. This is from 1972. California Man by The Move. That's something I'll need to listen to. I'll keep that. Never heard of that. Foster and Allen. Now that's something my dad used to listen to. On a Sunday morning, he'd put them on in the cassette player downstairs, and I'd be hung over from the night before up in my bed, listening to Foster and Allen. So, here it is. Ritz Records. That's from 1960. God, I need some really good eyes here. 1982? No, that can't be right. Yes, it's from 1982. Foster and Allen, The Oslo Waltz. So that's an 80s record. That'll get sold on. Next one up we have Shirley Bassey. 1958. Shirley Bassey. As I Love You. Original record, Phillips. And on the other side is Hands Across the Sea. 1958. So I'll keep that. Shirley Bassey. She was Welsh, I think, wasn't she? But she had some voice. Right, next up. Next up we have... Oh, no way! Donald Trump's favourite song. The YMCA by the Village People. And this is a French copy. It says there, made in France. There you go. And that's on Mercury. What was the B-side to that? The Woman. Never heard of that one. But there you go. YMCA. So, will I keep it or will I get rid of it? Well, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Not quite the thing that I would play on the show, but you never know. Barry's Theme by the Love Unlimited Orchestra and Rhapsody in White. This is something that definitely won't be playing. Not my cup of tea. 1974, mind you. I'll have a listen to it. You never know. Might be something that you'd like. So would you like my mug? A mug with my mug on it. And you can get it from the store if you're like a sadist. If you're a sad individual, you might want a mug with my mug on it. And or you might want it as a gift for somebody else as a joke. But they are available and it helps to fund the studio and the records and things like that. So next one up we have the 3 Degrees. Oh, this is a good one. This is the 3 Degrees. When will I see you again? That's a good one. What year was that? 1974. I'll be keeping that one. On the B side, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to... There you go. I don't know. 3 Degrees, we'll keep that. That's probably the best one so far. Oh! Here's one. This is a good one. This one is, and it's in decent nick, is it? Yeah. This is Donovan. Teen Angel. Lots of writing on there. P.B. Busher. And what does that say there? I like seeing some of the writing on here. Stephen Mayer used to own this. And there was a person above that. Can you see? John something had owned it before Stephen Mayer, and Stephen Mayer had crossed out the previous bit. And then there's eventually made its way to somebody else. Peter something. And then there's an AL under there. I think I'll put my name on that and pass it on. When I pass it on. But no, I'll be keeping that. That's a good one. What's the B-side to Teen Angel? Oh, that's not. That's the A-side, Hurdy-Gurdy, man. Wow, that's a great song. Hurdy-gurdy, gurdy, gurdy, hurdy-gurdy, gurdy. Forgive the singing. I won't do it again. Right, next up. What have we got? Oh my God, we've got lots to go through here. Wink Martindale, 1959. Wink Martindale. Song is Deck of Cards. And then the other side is Now You Know How It Feels. So keep that and listen to it. Assess it. I don't remember the song. Next up, Julie Rogers, The Wedding, from year, no idea. I don't see a year on this at all. So that was Julie Rogers, The Wedding. Julie Rogers, The Wedding. Oh, there is a date there. Let's see if I can see it in the phone. Clearer. So that's 64, published in 1964. We'll be keeping it anyway, and I'll check it out. Next up, Hayley Mills, 1961. Oh, it seems it says Walt Disney here. 1961, from the soundtrack of Walt Disney's The Parent Trap. Now that's the original movie, The Parent Trap, 1961. Hayley Mills, Let's Get Together. From the soundtrack of Walt Disney's The Parent Trap. You see it there? There we go. So I'll be keeping that. Give that a listen. Next up, Andy Stewart. Now this is a Scottish thing. Oh my God. I'll be getting rid of that ASAP. A Scottish soldier. Now being from Scotland, that's one of these things. You get all these absolute rotten Scottish songs. I've just had some Donovan, he was Scottish. But you get all this, Highland Tuchter stuff. Oh, here's a good one. That is a good one, actually. This is the best one so far. 19 something, 60 something. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman. Now I needed a copy of that. That's the B-side there. And this is on London Monument Records. 64, I think. Yeah, 1964. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman. Oh, Del Shannon. Oh, this is a great song. I love it. As I walk along, I wonder. Del Shannon, my little runaway. Run, 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 run away. That's a great song. Love that. I'll be keeping that. That'll get played. Oh, another good one. Another good one. This is from The Searchers. Let's put it back into its little sleeve here. This is from The Searchers, and it is Sugar and Spice and All Things Nice. That's a good song. That'll get played. What year was that? That was 19... 62. 1960. That'll get played and kept. Now, that's 2 or 3 good ones that I needed. Sugar and Spice. 3 in a row. Runaway and Pretty Woman. No, those are really good ones. Right, so next up we have Louis Armstrong from the year. What year would that have been? But it's What a Wonderful World. So there we go. What was the B-side to that? Cabaret. I don't think it's that version, but Cabaret by Louis Armstrong. Is this actually... it's still recording, isn't it? Yes, thank goodness. So we'll be keeping that. The String-Alongs. Wheels. 1960. Wheels by the String-Alongs. What's the other side of that? Am I Asking Too Much? I've never heard of the String-Alongs. Have you? 1960. The String-Alongs instrumental. Wheels and Am I Asking Too Much? 2 instrumental songs there from 1960. So keep that. I'm gonna have a listen to it. The Temperance 7 from 1961, I think. A vocal. Let's see. The Temperance 7. Sugar. Never heard of it. On Parlophone Records. And the other side is Pasadena. Give it a listen. You never know. See, this is the problem with getting bulk records, is you always get the ones, you know, like nursery rhymes and things like that, you know. Nursery Noah's Ark song. Children aged 5 to 11, accompanied by Ira Davies, 1972, nursery course. Very good. Next. B. Bumble and the String. Where did they get these? Where did they get these band names from? B. Bumble and the Stringers. Okay. And the song is Nut Rocker. Nut Rocker by B. Bumble and the Stringers. Never heard of that. Have you? I think that's from 1962, I think. Let's have a look at the next one. Billy Swan. Bit of a stramash going on here, but the 1974 song. I Can Help. I think that's the A-side. Billy Swan, I Can Help. Other side of the record is Ways of a Woman in Love by Billy Swan. So we'll give that a listen. I don't know that one. Oh, Frank Ifield. Frank Ifield, I Remember You. 1963, I think. I think that was a 3 there. On the other side, I Listen to My Heart. So that's a keeper. We're doing quite well here, actually. There's not many sort of nursery rhyme ones, you know, or ones that are like disco, you know, like Rick Dees and his cast of idiots. You know what I mean? But here's another one. Shirley Bassey. No, I can never say this because it's French. The Scottish accent and French does not mix really. No regrette rien. No regrette rien. That one. Is that right? And then Seesaw of Dreams on the other side. No regrette rien. Right, here we go. Next one. The Blue Jeans. Jeans. This is a good song from 1963. The Blue Jeans, the swinging Blue Jeans. None other than them. The Hippie Hippie Shake. Now that's a great song. I got the hippie hippie shake. Now, I must go on the other side, but the hippie hippie shake, that's great that I've now got that on 7-inch 45. Let's have a look. Very good. A little bit of a scratch, but they're always scratched, aren't they? That's the beauty of them. Next, we have one. I'm trying to look at. I think this is from the 50s. 59. Craig Douglas. A Teenager in Love. Now is that one that goes a teenager in love? Is that song? And the other side is the 39 Steps. Why must I be a teenager in love? Is that song? Lovely, right, we're about halfway through this. This is going to be a long video. How long has that done so far? 20 minutes. Seems quite long for to do this. If you're still watching this, then you're either had a stroke or something, or you're loving discovering these records with me. So next one up, we have Anthony Newley, 1959, and the song Personality. Don't know about personality. Personality. Is it that one? I'm not sure. So here we go. Obviously, some of these records are not in the correct sleeves, right? Because there's one here. This is Anthony Newley, My Blue Angel, right? Anthony Newley, My Blue. Focus. Yeah, My Blue Angel. But the label up the top says Judy in Disguise with Glasses. Now, if I had that would have been a great. I love that song. John Fred and his Playboy band. Judy in Disguise with Glasses. I've played that on the show before, but having it on a 7-inch would have been brilliant. But that one's Anthony Newley, My Blue Angel, and Personality on the other side. So we'll keep that and we'll see what they turn out like. Next up, Chic, Everybody Dance. I think that's that one. From 1977. Chic, Everybody Dance. Is that the one that goes, Everybody Dance, ooh, clap your hands, clap your hands. Keep that. Right, next up, Bobby Gentry. Now there's one, I was hoping it was Ode to Billy Joe. It's not. But it's 1969, Bobby Gentry, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. And on the other side, Ace Insurance Man. So not the one I thought. This is just seen Bobby Gentry there, and I was hoping it was Ode to Billy Joe, but it wasn't. So anyway, next one from 1967, Esther and Abby Ophriam, Cinderella Rockefeller. Don't know that one. And then the B-side was Lonesome Road. I've heard of Cinderella Rockefeller before, but I honestly couldn't tell you. So we'll be keeping that and we'll be playing it. So, Helen Shapiro, Walking Back to Happiness, Oompa, oh yeah. Brilliant. That's a great song. What year was that? 1964. Helen Shapiro, Walking Back to Happiness. Look at the old cover for that, look. Look at the adverts on it. For a Murphy Richards hairdryer. A little cartoon, look. How cool is that? And then on the other side. That's in really good condition. Let's have a look at the record inside. Not bad. But the cover, really good. Next up, We have the Shadows. I like the Shadows. 1963, I think. The Breeze and I by the Shadows. On Columbia Records again. And then the other side is the song Foot Tapper. Now, they were a kind of guitar band, the Shadows, from Britain, weren't they? Nobody... Ooh. Carole King. Now, is that the same Carole King that had, you know, the album Tapestry? But this record is from 1962. Was she about in 1962? Lots of questions there regarding this one. So it's Carole King. It might as well rain until September. And if you're from Scotland, it rains way past September. From September till September. Right. Talking absolute rubbish now, aren't I? Carole King. Now, is that the same Carole King from the 70s? But this is 1960, and the other side, Nobody's Perfect. I wonder if that's the same Carole King. Probably is. You know. Next up, Manfred Mann. Now, what year was this? 66. And the A-side is Manfred Mann, semi-detached suburban Mr. James. Why have I never heard of that? You would think that I would have heard of that song with a title like that. I probably have heard it, it's just don't recognise the name. Next up, OMGM label. Usually means it's quite good. What's Sandy Posey? She's quite good. Sandy Posey. The cover's in a bit of a state. Oh, it's one I've already got. Born a Woman by Sandy Posey. So what? It's one I've already got. So when I get a record that I've already got, what I do is I keep the good one and I'll sell on or move on at a very good discount the other one. The one that isn't as good as this one. So this was, look at that, sold in the UK subject to resale price conditions. See price lists. Sandy Posey, Born a Woman. So we'll have a look at the one I already have, and we'll see which one is better. Did I know? Wait a minute here. If I get two of the same record now. As I've just picked up. Oh, no. So we got the Searchers, Sugar and Spice earlier on. Now, I thought I had a doubler there, but now we have the Searchers, Needles and Pins. Needles and Pins. That's a great song as well. So we'll be keeping that. Look at that sort of cover there. That's quite cool, isn't it? Needles and Pins. Cilla Black. Alright, love. Cilla Black. 1971. It's hard to tell sometimes which one is the A-side and which one's the B-side. I'm sure there's a way of figuring that out. But sometimes they say A-side, B-side. Sometimes it's a double A-side. So this is La 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 Lou, Cilla Black. And on the other side, Something Tells Me. And something tells me that I'll be keeping that. Next up, Stateside. Now look at the cover for that one. It's quite nice. And this is Tommy Rowe and Dizzy. Is that the song that goes Dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlpool, it never ends. Is that one? I don't want to sing anymore. I may get a copyright. I doubt it very much with my voice. Right, next up, Marty Wilde. Marty Wilde, 1962, Jezebel. Terrible condition. Look at that. Jezebel on Phillips. The other side is Don't Run Away. So I will clean it. That's what I always do with these as well. Before I play them, you need to thoroughly clean them. Now, I have been in the past known to have put a big bunch of records like that in the dishwasher. You might laugh, in the dishwasher. You might be thinking, oh my goodness, that would ruin the records. Well, I've got a very customizable dishwasher where you can customize the temperature, the time, and the amount of sort of detergent and things like that, and the heat specifically. Keep it very low in a short period of time and you'll be fine. There is some of the ones which are acetate, some of the records which are really thin, sometimes warp very, very slightly. But it's a chance you take. But you get them really clean. Obviously, and another thing you need to do before you put any records in your dishwasher, I'm not recommending you, in fact, don't do this. It's just a stupid idea. Forget it. Forget I even mentioned it. Don't put records in your dishwasher. It's just, I don't want people messaging me, I put my Beatles album in the dishwasher and it worked. Don't do it. Oh, here we go. That's a good one. The Dave Clark 5. 1969. The Dave Clark 5. 3406. And the other side is Put a Little Love in Your Heart. The Dave Clark 5. 1969. Again, that's in some state. But I will rejuvenate it. Next up, Jet Harris and Tony Meehan from the year 1963. Doing the Holly Gully. Never heard of that. Have you ever heard of that? Other side, Scarlett O'Hara. I'll need to have a listen to that. So we're doing really well, actually. That's only the ones that I'll be moving on. And this is the ones that I'm keeping. I might obviously, once I listen to some of these, determine that they're not playable or whatever, and then add it to this later on. Jim Reeves. Danny Boy. Oh, Danny Boy. 1961. Oh, Danny Boy. The Blizzard on the other side. Alright, I'll keep it. Just because it's a 60s, well, it's actually 50s. No, it isn't 61. Next up, Helen Shapiro. Walking Back to Happiness. That's the second one today. I'm pretty sure that's two of them. So, and B-side of that one is Kiss and Run. I'm sure I got one of them earlier on, didn't I? Next up, Petula Clark. Petula Clark on Pie Records. And this is from 1961. Again, I don't know which one's the A-side and which one's the B-side. Petula Clark, My Heart. And Sailor. So, I'll have a listen and we'll see. Next. Right, that's 35 minutes of me looking at records and I'm only halfway through. Do we really want an hour-long record of this? Or will we split it into two? I don't know. Might split it into two. So here we go. The Poppy Family. Which way you going, Billy? Which way you going, Billy? 1969. Other side is Endless Sleep. Never heard of it. So I'm going to pause that just now. Right, so keep going. Julie Felix, Someday Too Soon. Other side, I've Got Nothing But Time. Never heard of it. From 1965. Next one. The Tornadoes and Telstar. Now that's in some absolute state. Look at the scratches on it. Look at the label. But that's a great tune, that. Telstar. I think they made that with... And then the other side is Jungle Fever. Right, so the Tornadoes, Telstar. Great little guitar tune, that one. Next one up. Melody Hill. See, this is one of these ones, isn't it? The Archers. Sugar Sugar by the Archers. Come on. Come on. Get it. Next up. Conway Twitty. Conway Twitty. It's Only Make Believe. And the year on that one is 1958. Does that seem right? B-side to that one, I'll Try. Next up. The Everly Brothers. Lucille. And on the other side, So Sad. The Everly Brothers, and that's from 1960 something. Very precise, am I? Next up, we have a record that's on Parlophone, and this is Adam Faith with the Roulettes. So Long Baby. Adam Faith and the Roulettes. And the other side is The First Time. I'll have a listen to that. Next one up. Johnny Layton. Johnny, Remember Me. That's not, how does that one go? Johnny, remember me. I don't know. And the other side is, if it focuses, There Must Be. John Layton. Next, Jimmy Jones. 1960. Too Long Will Be Too Late. Focus. Oh, I know why it's not focusing. I need to do that. There we go. I need to do that. I need to cover up the wee hole. There we go. Next up, Good Timing by Jimmy Jones. 1960. Next up, Engelbert Humperdinck from 1967. You Love by Engelbert Humperdinck. Or the other side is There Goes My Everything. I think I recognise that song. There goes. No. Trying to remember the song. Tom Jones. Oh, it's not unusual to find this record. It's not unusual. It's not unusual to be out with anyone. 1963. It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones. Next up, another Neil Sedaka. What have we got this time? Neil Sedaka. Don't know. I don't recognise these ones, actually. Don't recognise them. 1964 or 61, I think that was. I Found My World in You by Neil Sedaka. Or Sweet Little You. Not one I've heard of, but I'll give it a listen. And I'll definitely be keeping it, because it's from the 60s. Next, Columbia, Cliff Richard. The young ones, darling, be the young ones. Typical British record that you find in Britain. Next up, Michael Holiday, The Story of My Life. Scrubbed out by pencil for some reason. The Story of My Life. And then the other side is Keep Your Heart. And someone wrote this side on it. So I would say that must be the good side. Keep Your Heart by Michael Holiday. Next, the theme from the Legion's Last Patrol. An orchestra number. What year is that from? 63. Is that 63 or 83? I wonder if I can... No, it's 63. Kisses in the Night by an orchestra. And the theme from the Legion's Last Patrol. I take it that must be a movie or a TV series or something. So we'll have a listen to that. Parlophone. Here's one from 1968 by the band The Scaffold. Never heard of them. Buttons on Your Mind. Other side. Oh, I have. I've heard of this band. I've heard of this song. The Scaffold. Lily the Pink. Pinka, 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 Lily the pinka, pinka, pink, the saviour of the human race. Do you remember that? It's 1968 song. Forgive my singing. I don't care. Cat Stevens. Oh, that's a great song. 1966. Matthew and Son by Cat Stevens. That's a great find. Let's temporarily put it in a little mashed up sleeve here just to protect it. And then the other side is Granny. So Matthew and Son by Cat Stevens. That's a great find. I like that one. One of my favourite ones of today. Don Spencer. 1962, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 62. Don Spencer, I'm All Alone Again. And then the other side, Fireball. Don't remember that one. I'll need to give that a listen to. We're getting there, we're getting there. Cliff Richard again. Huh? Yeah, Cliff Richard again. Bachelor Boy. Mom, I'll be a bachelor boy. B-side, The Next Time. That was from 19... Let's see if the camera picks it up. 1963, I think. Right, what have we got here? The Dave Clark 5. Oh, this is a good one. Yes! The Dave Clark 5, 1963. Glad all over, yes, yeah. Glad all over. 63, Dave Clark 5, Glad all over. The other side of that is I Know You. So that's a great find. I like that one. Definitely be keeping that. Next up we have the Kalin Twins. Never heard of them. From 1958. The Kalin Twins, When. The other side is 3 O'Clock Thrill. Never heard of it. 1958. I do dip into 1950s now and again. Listen, good music is good music. It doesn't really matter when it's, was made. We're creating a vibe on the show. Oh, here's one from 1972. The Moody Blues. After You Came. And Isn't Life Strange on the Other Side? That's the Moody Blues. So we'll keep that. That's the 70s. So we'll keep that. Next. Harry Seacombe. See, these are the kind of things that you find in British record job lots. Harry Seacombe. The ones that you're trying not to get are like Harry Seacombe. Nursery rhyme type ones again. Des O'Connor, but like a TV personality that sang. Des O'Connor. Things like that. Try and not get that. So that one, Harry Seacombe, I will never play that, so that'll get moved on. What did I show you? Anyway. Harry Seacombe, Song of the Valley, 1967. And This Is My Song. Looks like that was actually written by Charlie Chaplin, eh? There you go. So, yeah, I'll move that one on. Next up. Oh, this is a good one. I like this song. 1969, The Hollies. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. That's a great song. What's the B-side of it? 'Cause You Like to Love Me. Never heard of that. But I've heard of He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. Right, next. Cliff Richard again. See, all you get's Cliff Richard. Oh, do you think he's doing a little bit of innuendo here? Listen to this. Cliff Richard. Willie and the Hand Jive. Really? We know what you're thinking about. Willie and the Hand Jive. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me, man. Fall in Love with You. Dirty Mind. Dirty Mind. Next up, Kathy Kirby. Kathy Kirby. Secret Love. From 1963. Now, Kathy Kirby. You have to want to touch him. Okay. Willie and the Hand Jive. You have to want to touch him. Okie dokie. Right. Secret Love, is that? Once I had a secret love. Is that? Tom Jones. This is a good record. Tom Jones. My Delilah. And that's from 1968 on Decca Records. My why Delilah. Right, and the B-side to that one is Smile. So before... Anyway, stop singing, Mark. Put them off. Right, next up, Val Doonigan. That's another rubbish singer, man. I know, sorry if you think Val Doonigan's really good. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Not my cup of tea, sorry. This is my cup of tea. Sorry if I've offended any Val Doonigan fans out there. Really? Somebody must like him. What Would I Be? Val Doonigan, 1966. And Gentle Mary. I'll be keeping it because it's a 60s record. I'll be keeping it. You never know, I might play it. I don't like it, but it's not about me on the show. Sandy Posey again. Sheila has got her. I've got Sheila's records. Look at the cover on that. That's lovely, isn't it? Can you imagine that if it was brand new from the 60s? Look at that. Coming home with that. Anyway, Sandy Posey. Blue is my best colour. Oh, and the other side to that one is Single Girl. 1966 on MGM. Sandy Posey. So what have we got here? Wink Martindale again. Oh no, this is one of these gospel things, isn't it? Look. Just a closer walk with thee. 1964 on Dot Records. And B-side to that is Deck of Cards. 1964 on Dot Records. That was a Wink Martindale. Okay, next up, Susie Quattro. This is a good song though. From what year was that though? 1973, Susie Quattro, an American singer that came to Britain and made it big in Britain. Never really cracked America, I don't think, but she was big over here for a while. 1973, Susie Quattro, Can the Can. The B-side to that one, You Ain't Something Honey. Susie Quattro, Can the Can. Bit of a rocker. Next, we have, is this what I think it is? Paul McCartney and Wings from 1978. With a Little Luck. On the other side is Backwards Traveller. Or Cufflink. And what year was that? Just double check. Can't remember. Right, so that was Wings, otherwise known as Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney and a few others. So next up, well, this is the second one of these that I've had today. The Tornadoes and Telstar. So I've got a doubler. B-side Jungle Fever. So I'll check to see what one, that's what I'll do with this. This seems like a better copy than the last one. So again, I'll just keep the best copy and move on the other records. Now, another Cliff Richard for this one. Watch What You Do With My Baby. And I'm the Lonely One. We've got a few left. We might just get this under the hour. Another Cliff Richard. Oh, for God's sake. Thinking of Our Love. 9 times out of 10. He must have been massive over in Britain, eh? 1960s. Cliff Richard. Please don't be another one. Oh my God, that is. It's another Cliff Richard. 1965. Just a Little Bit Too Late. And On My Word. What does this say here? What is this? Radio Services, Salisbury. A little stamp on the record thing there. So there we go. Here's another one. Tom Jones. The Lonely One. A lot of Tom Jones, a lot of Cliff Richard. And this is I'm Coming Home. 1967. Next one. A few left. This is an orchestra one. The Mandolin. An extended play one from 19. Can't see it here at all. No, can't see a year. Sometimes it's in the run out. But I can't say a year from this one. It's an extended play record. So it's a 7-inch, right? But they've got 2 songs on each side. So on this side we have Mandolin Serenade. Focus. Mandolin Serenade and Paper Avenue Waltz. So you've got 2 on each side, right? And they are orchestral music. Not my cup of tea, so I'll probably move that one on. Here we go. Next one up. Paul Anka, Lonely Boy. Paul Anka is a lonely boy from 1959. Paul Anka, Your Love. There we go. So keep that. We're getting nearly the end here, near the end. Oh, that's a 1990 record. Enigma, Sadness. I remember that song actually. It was kind of like Monks or something. Right, Steve Miller Band from 1969. Don't Let Nobody Turn You Around. I'll need to put my hand over the little hole here to focus it. Don't let anybody turn you around. And the other side, the A side is The Joker. Is that? I know that song, 1970, The Joker. I know that song. It's not coming to you. Oh my God. Paul Gascoigne, the football player, the soccer player, and the band Lindisfarne singing Fog on the Tyne. We'll get rid of that one. Oh, come on. Another doubler. Cat Stevens, Matthew and Son. Now, I was really pleased to get that one earlier. And I think this one's in slightly worse condition. So I'll be moving that one on. But, I wish it was something different. Oh! Nancy Sinatra. I do like Nancy Sinatra. Especially that song, Bang Bang, Bang Bang, You Shut Me Down. But this is our song here, the Highway Song. And are you growing tired of my love? So I'll need to get a cover for that. Next up, we have Ronnie Hilton, A Hole in My Shoe. All the time you was a hole in my shoe. 1965, and then the other side of it is Summer Sounds. I think that's that song. Next up, Helen Shapiro, You Kidding Me? Walking back to happiness again. So I think that's 3 of them I got. I'm not sure. The Carpenters, one I've already got. I'm on the top of the world looking. So that's the Carpenters. 1973. Already got it. Glenn Miller. Serenade in Blue. From the year 19 something. That's quite an old one actually, is it not? If it's an original. Gold Standard Series, nah, I doubt that's an original then. But that is Serenade in Blue by Glenn Miller and his band, or his orchestra. So there we have it. That's the lot. I'll probably get rid of that. I've already got that. I've already got like 3 of them. So there we go. So, pile of ones that I'm moving on. Voila. Pile of ones that I need to then listen to, clean, catalogue, and check here. So did quite well. So that's, I would say that is a result. Well, was there any in there that you recognised that I didn't recognise? Maybe there's a good song in there that I don't know about, that, you know, that's a real cracker of a song, but I've missed it somehow. Let me know underneath in the comments if there's any songs that you recognise. What was your favourite amongst them? And remember, like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notifications of when the next live vinyl playing session is going to be. That'll be very shortly. So it's all remains for me to say thank you for watching. If you've watched all of this, you deserve a gold star. That's for sure. And I'll catch you on the 60s DJ show the next time, okay? Catch you later, my friend. Stay groovy.